The Bandit event is back, and let me tell you, she is critical to have unlocked for your squad. She not only gives you a bunch of gems simply from recruiting her, but she also gives gems when you bust monsters. So in this video, I'll go over the things you really need to know about the Bandit, the truth about the Bandit, and he's got one big downfall. We'll talk about it in this video. But before we begin, as you know, if you're subscribed to my channel, I'm opening a star chest in every one of my videos until all of my units are ultimate, and today is no exception. In fact, today we're celebrating the relaunch of the Bandit into the game. So let's open our star chest and hope for the best. Come on, baby. Give me something good. Please! Oh, that's gotta be bad. Rare Dyna. I mean, it's okay. Consider using code Chisgule in the shop to support my slowly and steadily making my way to ultimate on every single unit. All right, game one is going to really illustrate the power of the Bandit in a game mode like Doppelgangers, where you can switch everything to be a bandit, get a bunch of loot, and then switch off that to carry into the rest of the match. So I'm going to start things off here with the Colt, and as that plays in the background, let's talk about Bandit's biggest flaw. The biggest flaw with the Bandit is that she does the same thing twice. She gives gems when you spawn her, and she gives gems when you take out monsters, which is cool and all, but I much prefer the Trader, who heals and gives gems. I like units that do two things, and I get that in some games it's really powerful to have, you know, a unit that just does the one thing and that's all it does, and it does it really well. But the problem with the Bandit is that it's a frontline unit. And because it's a frontline unit, it is going to run in and get itself killed, and then you're just going to lose a bunch of gems because one of your units got popped. And in certain game mods, like Ring Grab, that's actually catastrophic. So at the start of this match, you're going to see me go back and forth between Goblin and not Goblin to harness up just a bunch of coins. And I should at some point pick a chicken just to get more turbo lined up as well, although I've got a decent amount already. There are a lot of units that are draftable here that spawn good stuff when you summon them. And in this regard, maybe a Colt pick was a little sus here. I go Goblin yet again, and we cruise on down here. At some point soon, I should get the option for a Bandit. And this is the weirdness of the Bandit, is that if you're in a sufficiently skilled lobby and other people are picking Bandit, if you do not pick Bandit, you're just going to lose to the people that have it. The same is true with the Trader. I'm sure you've observed this. I picked the Pam here, which is not the best. Now I grab a chicken. I've got so many coins. I'm just going to keep changing anyways. It doesn't matter. And here's our first Bandit. Now this just gives me a few gems, and they're okay. But hopefully I can find some bosses to take out here. And in this game mod in particular, I find that you are a huge target if you are using the Bandit and other people have a combat unit. So at this point, I'm in third. The reason I think I'm in third is because other people have been using Bandit to get a ton of gems. Is what it is. I switch off the Bandit here. I don't have the option to switch back yet. Hopefully I get it now. There it is. I switched to Bandit. Now I'm in second place. I see that player OLE, which I think is a bot. Dude, everybody's got Bandit here. Bro, it's all Bandit. And look at this. Did you know taking out Nita's bears gives you gems? Look at all that, baby. Now I'm in first. Like, this is totally the way to go. You got to run the outside with the Bandit, because that guy with the BK could have killed me. So, like, as tempting as it was to go middle, that was actually could have been my undoing right there. That guy had a rage spell. I was actually just dead. And I'm avoiding squatting up here because I don't want to actually switch off the Bandit. Now, here I have no choice. I wait until I take out the monster to actually do the swap. And done that. Got my coins from the Gabo. Optimus Prime's kind of nice to go middle. Do I have enough to lock in the win yet? No, so I've got to fight some folks. This is kind of awkward, really awkward when Optimus Prime is an option, because, like, bro, they're just unkillable. And so I go Bandit again, and Bandit gives me the opportunity here to just rake in the gems, bro. Now, I need to be careful of those Elite ones, but I'm taking out those bears and getting just shocking amounts of gems from it. That max could absolutely cook me, so I rotate out of the middle here, and I have now gained like double the gems I have. I don't know what my number was before, but I am chilling, and I pick Bandit again. Hey, man. Better to switch off of Bandit and then back to Bandit, I think. But I just need as many gems as I can at this point. Lock in that W, switch to the BK, rage up for funsies. Who wants to fight? Who wants some? Oh my god, who wants some, bro? Switch to the Prime, and that's big GG's. So as you saw from that first game, Bandit is a must-have in your collection, if for no other reason than to be able to play on Doppelgangers. But this is Whack-A-Mole, and that is yet another map where Bandit excels. Basically, any map where you're going to have lots of monsters, Bandit is going to get you lots of gems. Now, I picked a bee at the start here, which is certainly a little bit sus. So I make my way to a beehive. Then I go and I get this box, maybe. And yeah, I'm going to pick the Royale King. Now, I don't like Royale King. Obviously, nobody really does. But when you've got this like rush to the middle that I'm doing, and I don't know, man. I'm trying to just create as much clutter as I can to protect my bee. I think it works out okay. And I took the medic also to keep my bee healthy, because bee and Max and Hog Rider, these are all units that are like super powerful but need someone to keep them healthy. And I go with the Ice Wizard. So because I'm in the middle, I want to have the most powerful squad I can possibly muster. Forget the sort of efficiency for now in case I've got to, take a fight. And so far, it's honestly looking pretty good. This is the first guy to like really kind of show up. So I back off, squad up, get under the barb. With enough time, I figure I'm going to be in a really great spot here. So it's about living to that time. I've already got the bee, I've got the Ice Wizard, I've got the Royale King, putting a bunch of junk on the map. This guy, Lyria, just walks on in and takes the L. GG's. Cooked. From here, boss rolls in. Take this thing out. Squad up. Hog is obviously the pick, but my squad cost is getting really high. And I see that the Mega Mole went down. That other guy got the gems, though. GG. We take out that small group of monsters, and what do you take here? I think reroll was fine, but I got offered nothing good, which is really awkward. And Dark Skull, I start to cook some of his units, go for the squad up, go again for the Ice Wizard. So I'm kind of in trouble on leaderboard, and I think it's because other people have the Bandit, and I don't. So I'm either going to have to fight them or find a way to get more value, and it's going to be hard to get more value than kind of what I'm already doing. I mean, I've got this really badass squad, but like, that's the power of a unit like the Bandit. It makes it so it doesn't even matter. I haven't even been offered a Bandit yet, which is kind of awkward, so we're hoping that happens soon, but I'm not going to fight the Mega Mole. I don't think that's worth. So I take out this boss. That gives me some goodies. I've got another boss to take. This guy looks like he wants to fight me, so I throw down the spell. I still don't think it did much for me there. And then still no Bandit. So I take a fusion on the Hog, which I don't hate. That guy's got the shrink spell down, bust somebody. I roll out of there, dancing with it. I mean, I kind of want to fight this guy, but I also kind of don't want to commit to it. I need to get a Bandit, man. 1 minute left, please. Oh my god. Am I just gonna like not get Bandit? This is a thing that sometimes happens. Like, you need a unit to get the W and you just don't get it. I'm looking pretty good on gems here. Bandit will be nice. Still don't have it. Go for a witch. I'm in first. This guy raged up. Gotta get out of there, man. Oh, he's chasing me too. Holy, that was close. Oh, that guy's cooking me. I'm pot committed. I mean, I'm gonna lose if I don't take this guy. So I have to fight here. GG. Need a Bandit. There it is. Little late for that, but I'll take the 15 gems off rip. Now I can fight the monsters. So you can see here, like, this game was really close. Only because I got a Bandit am I going to inch out a first place win here, maybe, on this leaderboard. I think I will. Queen is kind of nice. I'm up by 2 gems. I'm now in second. I'm back in first. Like, you either have the Bandit or you don't. And if you don't have the Bandit, you might just end up losing the match. All right, so game 3 is going to be Loot Goblin Rush. And I'm pretty sure the Bandit will give you extra loot when you take out a Loot Goblin. So let's see if we can figure that out. I mean, that only makes sense, right? I start with the chicken, which, hey, look, if I got ultimate chicken, I would actually be super happy. Chicken's the goat, bro. Anyways, I like starting matches with speed. I'm a bit of a speed addict. Doesn't mean it's necessarily the best way to start, but I think it's actually a lot better than it gets credit for, myself included on that one. So now I've got the penny, and since I've got the penny, I now am basically authorized to hold down whatever position I'm in. And the thing that I've sort of learned about penny is I think it's good to go back and forth between 1 or 2 spots rather than like spread yourself thin around the map, because you end up dropping lots of turrets that gets a ton of free loot on the ground that other people go and claim. So ideally I go back to my turret, and I've taking out the boss, which is a little risky. Rage up, seems good. I think that guy got some of my loot, which is kind of annoying. I moved in on this position, which is awkward because, like I just said, it's better if I go back to the other side. And then I almost missed the goblin spawning in. I get one of them rotated on this guy. I've got the kaiju on my 6 here as I cook this dude. Decide to go for the boss instead. And I should just go to squad up here. Take out the loot goblins. Seems good. Kaiju slams. Squad up into the penny. Well, yeah, did I say penny earlier or Jesse for the turrets? Oh my god. Dude, my brain is so fried. Whatever, here we go. We get another penny. Seems good. So I've got the 2 maps in hand. Still need to get those treasures. The Jesse turrets I've basically ignored, which is not amazing. So they're harvesting value and I'm not really getting any of it. I get sandwiched here. Super awkward. I've got the turbo to get away. Get another Jesse. Means I've got another turret. You can see here, like, I'm not doing great on leaderboard. I'm fine. But, like, what I really need is a bandit. Gosh darn it. So going in and taking out these goblins is huge. That guy's wall of turrets is kind of messing me up. Grab a little bit of extra loot, and now I need a box to squad up, and there's none available. So I'm really sandwiched here between these players. And these turrets are causing me huge problems. I swing to the left, lose a unit in the process, squad up. I'm able to get the fusion, but I'm out of there, man. I'm out of the middle. I have tons of coins. Okay, there's the fusion. Maybe I didn't take the fusion on that other draft. Whatever. We're fused up, baby, which seems good. It's the penny that I lost in the back, I think. Awkward. So from here, I go back into the middle, but I'm falling behind on board because I don't have a bandit. And finally, bandit shows up. Time to take the bandit. Immediately propels me into third, but I need better. Now, I did draft a miner. That's kind of cool. That's what I drafted earlier, perhaps instead of that fusion. My health is getting kind of low here, so I need to, like, go to a map or squad up. I keep wandering almost aimlessly. I lose a unit to the crab. Oh, my God. Oh, this is going so poorly. Okay, I get a fusion here, and somehow I'm now in first. And I think it's these maps that are going to get me out of this, plus bandit, and I'm chilling by the end of this, right? I've got 3 more maps to go get. Wow, I really went over the top of those maps. There's another bandit. All right, so we are just getting the bandit, not even for the ability to bust monsters, just for the gems. Take a queen. This guy, I might be able to cook him. I think he might have got some of my gems. It is what it is. At this point, taking out monsters is pretty good for me, because it's just a ton of gems from that. Swinging up. Grab the... Oh, yeah. Battle healer's good. 10 seconds up for my final map here, but I'm way ahead on leaderboard because of all these bandits that I took. And it's GG's. You either draft to the bandit to some extent or lose to it. How is our final board here? Let's get a peek. We're at, yeah, 387 to 248. All right, game 4 is a super gem mine. So will bandit be good in a mod where you don't actually have extra monsters? And I think the answer is still a very clear yes. You really still need to draft it. So I'm going to grab the chicken here. This is a start I really like in terms of units. I get a key, which that's actually amazing. And then I go for the chicken again. So I'm going for all these boots. I think the barb is arguably a better choice. But the reason I like chicken, and I'm not going to be mad about drafting that again, is that chicken will die very, very fast if you do not fuse it, like, immediately. And I re-roll to do that. I'm that serious about squad economy and also fusing the chicken. So I get the boots behind me, get the loot from the boss in front of me, squad up again with a squad cost of 5. Battle healer to stay healthy is really nice. Squad up again. Now we go for that barbarian fusion. 1 more to go and we've got it. And this is a pretty spicy looking squad. It just needs some ranged and we're good to go. So I'm staying in the middle here to try to get all these gems, because, like, that's an insane amount of gems. It's a lot of bandits worth of gems. You want to think about it that way. And now I take the fuse on the barb. You could make the argument that the treasure map would have been really nice. And I wouldn't fight that. But I also think the squad economy is nice too. It's an alternate form of getting coins, not immediately, but sort of over time, if that makes sense. Grab the Shelly. I feel very good about adding Shelly, although she almost got roasted here. I'm going to have to rage up. I mean, this guy is pushing me. And then he backs off. Yeah, okay, bro. And I kind of wasted my bomb there, is what it is. But spells just seem to be dropping like crazy. So now I've got a cannon. Cannon is in the inventory. I should throw this down. There's too much going on here. There's the cannon. It's in. And I don't know where that boss went. Guess it got popped. GG. I'm in first, though, because I've cleaned up so much loot. So I kind of just need to play carefully here, and I'll be fine. That guy throws the cannon on my position. Now I've got the bandit. And thankfully, the battle healer plus bandit is a really awesome combo. Because, again, that bandit's going to run in like a bozo, get itself killed, and then you're going to lose a bunch of gems from that happening. And honestly, just leak them to the enemy, which is really bad. So now I've got these 2 turrets in the position I want to be in, because I want to be farming this gem mine. So it's generally not worth standing around to take out the turrets, and I get my own turret, since I know I want to stay in this position. The Jesse's really quite good, and unfortunately that boss charge is the way I don't want to go. I'm pushing this guy for the loot, and I did okay. I think that's courtesy of the battle healer, but ideally I can take this boss out, get all the loot myself. I relocate in case that guy was going to ambush me. He didn't. His crab's rolling up on me, though, which is a problem. Another guy rolls up on me. I take the battle healer here instead of going for another bandit. Little sus, but I'm okay with it. And from here, we've got more bosses to take down. Now, you can see the bandit diff has been super real over the course of the match, as has standing near the gem mine. I go for the fusion, by the way, on the battle healer. Little sus, given this guy's right on top of me. DK would have been good. So, very awkward. I take the penny to just round off scoreboard and leave the middle, which is kind of what I'm doing now. We're out of there. I'm pushing this guy a little bit. This is actually very aggressive on my part, but seems like he's just on the run. And I need to get my map. So let's see if in the 25 seconds I can get there. 271 on board. I could absolutely, in this 20 seconds, lose this game. Because I've left the middle. Now, this is a bunch of monsters that will give me good loot. These guys, I don't know what's happening here. Trying to get their map. I'm like, can I get my map here, or am I just going to fight? Honestly, leaderboard, I'm up by 100. I should just chill. We chill, and we're good. First place finish. GG. So what are the takeaways for the bandit? I would say number 1, you must go for a fusion. Once you draft one, just like a chicken, this thing's going to run in like a bozo and get itself killed against enemy squads. Use that sucker. Thing number 2 to keep in mind is that you better unlock this thing to have in your arsenal, because if you don't have it, you're just going to be at a huge disadvantage to the people that do. And number 3 would be that in a game that has lots of monsters, not only is the bandit required, but it will put you way ahead of everybody else. Of course, if you want to see more bandit gameplay or my original thoughts around its release, check the card in the end screen. Kind of cool to see how my thinking has evolved over time. I think my biggest learning is just that you've got to fuse this darn thing.